A new cryptocurrency airdrop just dropped, and you may be eligible for it even though you wouldn't think you would be, because this cryptocurrency airdrop is called Omnichain. This is a protocol that spans multiple blockchains. So if you've been doing anything in the crypto game, you may be eligible. We'll break down exactly what, why, how to check your eligibility, how to claim it, and how did this go for me. Hey, I'm Vosk, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Shameless plug, pat on the back, is VoskCoin subscribers that followed along with our Layer Zero airdrop hunting guide probably hit airdrop eligibility. I know I did, and all I did was what you saw in the tutorial video posted previously. layerzero.network, building Omnichain, right? Positioned to be able to build anything, tokens, right? Lending, stable coins, games, bridges, protocols, whatever. To showcase this again, we talked about it in a few videos and hunting multiple airdrops with a couple different functions like you could see in this video that we did back in July. But this was the key overall airdrop eligibility guide posted previously, and we're frequently spending a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of sometimes funds in researching and developing these video tutorial guides. So I was eligible on 2 addresses. To be honest, one was kind of accidental. It was just by doing a bunch of DeFi things on one of my cryptocurrency addresses. That one I actually hit a higher eligibility, really just largely due to more Stargate use. On the address I used hunting the airdrop in the tutorial video, I hit a smaller amount, top 5%, and I had this eligibility criteria, which I'll explain more of here shortly. So just a reminder, I've got a link down in the video description below. It's a short link, okay? It will take you to layerzero.foundation/claim. It's not a referral link or anything like that. I just want to make sure that you end up in the right place. There will be scam sites out there that will change the URL, and it will try to attack your address, and it will try to siphon your funds. It happens every time, every crypto airdrop, whatever. So the short links are of no benefit to me. It's just a way that I'm trying to keep our ecosystem safe with our own direct link there. And you may be thinking, it says forbidden, your link doesn't even work. Yeah, that's because you're probably going to need to use a VPN. At least I did. I'm in the US. I get boxed out of the airdrop just not using a VPN. So if I hop onto Opera, which is a free browser you can download, and it's Chromium based, I can just say, okay, I'm in Europe, right? So I use a Europe VPN, which basically says to websites I go to, I'm in Europe. Lets me access the airdrop, lets me complete the claim. I simply imported my MetaMask wallet into Opera, right? Because MetaMask works on Google Chrome, it works on the Brave browser, it works on Opera. These are all Chromium based.
Hey guys, it's Miss Vosk here to tell you about today's video sponsor, IO.net. IO.net is a decentralized cloud GPU network. Essentially, if you own GPUs that aren't being used, they provide a marketplace for people to utilize that power. Think of it like how Airbnb made a marketplace for lodging. IO.net is based on the Solana blockchain, which makes computing more scalable, accessible, and efficient. Their goal is to create the largest network of geo-distributed GPUs, and their IO token just went live on Binance. To learn more about IO.net, check out the link in the video description below. Please do your own research before investing.
This is the Layer Zero token, ZRO. This is what's being airdropped. So this was earlier, 73,000 addresses had claimed this airdrop as of this morning. Now, several hours later, when I'm recording this video, it's basically doubled. 500,000 transfers here for this token. This is just on the Arbitrum blockchain. This is actually kind of crazy when you really look at it, because you can claim this airdrop on multiple chains, right? I mean, this is an omni-chain protocol. It's on multiple blockchains. It would only make sense you could claim it on multiple blockchains, and I love that they had that right out the gate. BNB Smart Chain, Optimism, Arbitrum 1, which is just what you think of as the Arbitrum blockchain normally, Base, Polygon, their POS chain, and Avalanche. So you can choose between any of those. I decided to use Arbitrum because I like Arbitrum. One of the weird things I found interesting about this airdrop is they make you have a USDC donation. So I had to pay about 20 bucks and about 60 bucks in USDC to claim my 2 different cryptocurrency airdrops. So almost every time airdrops are free. Sometimes the airdrops even pick up the gas fees, but not here. Mandatory donation there. I'll be honest, it did make me feel a little bit better when I took some profits, considering the fact that I had to pay a fee just to claim my tokens, in addition to paying a transaction fee. It's kind of like when you go out to eat, right? You order your food, you already think it's kind of expensive. Then if you're in America, you have to have a huge tip to your waitress, right? Somehow 20% even for average service has become like the expected minimum. And then you go and pay, and you're also charged a merchant fee, right? So you're taxed 20% through your waitress, and then you're taxed another 3% on the whole transaction, including your tip, for the credit card merchant fee. And by the way, you're paying that with all tax money already that you've already been taxed to the government with. But let's celebrate July 4th, right? Something about getting away from taxes, right? Even though we're paying a lot of tax these days. And you buy fireworks, those are gonna be taxed too. So make sure you buy stuff with your tax money that's getting taxed while you buy to celebrate the day that you broke away from some tax. The more you learn, the harder it is to be happy. Or should I say the more you know? Let's bring it back on topic though. How did I hit eligibility? Layer Zero core, basically, being in the omni-chain equation at all. Stargate. Through Stargate, I bridged funds. I staked coins. So I was vested there. I had governance. I participated, right, with their actual protocol. Utilizing Stargate with SushiSwap, I provided liquidity on PancakeSwap. I did the layer 2 marathon, which we talked about and showed on video. I'm also a holder of Quick Intel tokens because I frequently use their tool to scan smart contracts. They rewarded me for that. Star Protocol, Omnichain domain holders, whopping 0.040 tokens for that one, resulting in 172.25 ZRO tokens. So that's about 600 bucks right now. Earlier, it was trading at $4.50. So it's retraced significantly since then. It was the 80th biggest cryptocurrency and ranked by CoinMarketCap at that point. About 5 hours before I recorded this, it hit a all-time high tracked here since the launch of $4.79. Only 30 minutes ago, it bounced off its all-time low. So I think we'll see this token slide towards $3, $2. I think it's going to be weird and interesting to see how can this multi-chain token create relevancy, because how do you have too much allegiance to this other than basically utilizing this protocol as a bridge, right? Enter Stargate. We've talked about Stargate before. I've got some Stargate tokens. Anyway, we look at the protocol, right? The TVL, total value locked, is up. Volume has been coming down over the last couple months. Transactions have come down over the last couple months. Over the last couple months, the market has absolutely corrected. It's pulled back. The general market sentiment is lower in crypto as a whole, especially like the DeFi sector. It's not great. And I think, when things were still kind of hot, heating up, and people were thinking, is Bitcoin going to 100K? Is Ethereum going to go to 10K a coin? And a lot of these protocols like ZK Sync and Layer Zero are thinking, okay, we gotta do this. We gotta get the token launched. It's imminent. It's wild to see ZK Sync drop their airdrop their token, and also Layer Zero here in basically the same week. But look at the stark fall off in Starknet was another recent airdrop a couple months ago though. They dropped in a better period. And holding that token has proven to be a poor move, quite literally, unfortunately, including the fact that I held my Stark tokens like an idiot. But the point here being is that the engagement is much lower, right? So these are the fees here paid on the ZK Sync chain. Here is just the chain as a whole. Blues are TVL, green is volume, and yellow is net inflow. Right, and so we can see huge spike, and then we're seeing a downtrend. We're seeing funds leaving the ecosystem here. The volume, absolutely surging, and then plummeting. Personally, I think we're seeing a bit of ecosystem fatigue. How can I be really big into this and also really big into that and really big into that and have any sort of semblance of a life? We see a lot of negativity in general news about airdrops. Every airdrop that's happened lately, it's always users are upset. Like there was a whole thing about ZK Sync having Sybil attacks. People are upset. This article is saying that airdrop allocations disappoint DeFi users. And I don't think the Layer Zero airdrop is disappointing at all. I was actually surprised how many tokens I received as well as their valuation. It was a very lucrative airdrop for me, utilizing services and functions that I already found that I found useful and engaging, especially on the topic of airdrop hunting and going omni-chain or multi-chain. So if you're totally new to this, check out our video guide on what MetaMask is, how to set up and use it. I've got tutorial guides on most chains, at least the ones we've talked about, or an airdrop hunting guide really functions as a chain tutorial, right? So back in 2022, I went omni-chain. And on this address, I completed 18 transactions, putting me in the top 30% of all Layer Zero users. I interacted with 12 different chains, putting me in the top 33% of Layer Zero users. The top chain I interacted with was the BNB chain, and I've been interacting with that chain through Layer Zero technology for about a year and a half. The top protocol I used was Stargate, which I utilized 10 different times. It caused me to master Bridge-OR, which is, the crypto Twitter, adding OR to everything. Your total ZRO token allocation here is the 172 we've talked about, and then we see a breakdown again of what we got, where it came from, putting us in the top 6%, nearly 5% airdrop recipients. On my secondary address, I was actually in the top percent, which was really cool. It's something I'm very proud of, and that was really, truly just entirely born out of frequently bridging funds through Stargate through many months. I also had higher volume on that address, so it probably got a booster just due to not only transaction quantity but also volume. Layer Zero has a lot of different dApps, decentralized applications and protocols baked into it at this point. Layer Zero is a good thing, it's a useful thing, but it's something that it's kind of hard to, I think they're going to struggle with the marketing, right? Why would I hold these tokens? What's the benefit for me? Is it just because I think that ecosystem is valuable? And then we need to understand what is their fee structure and what is their use of the token long term. Everyone's afraid of embracing their token these days, largely due to regulations and the potential fallouts after that, right? But I show up here to their homepage and I don't see anything about the airdrop. I don't see anything about the token, right? They've transferred 50 billion in value. They support 70 chains, 200 applications built on Layer Zero. I mean, there's a big value there, but what's the value with the token? I understand that their technology is valuable, but I really struggle with the Y token, even though I'm very happy to have received the token. And then, okay, let's establish we have a Y, but like, how does their ecosystem use it? How does it support it? Are they going to burn it? Are they going to make fees paid in that? Where do they go from here? A quick snapshot of their tokenomics is going to be the fact that the total supply of ZRO is capped at 1 billion tokens. Distribution plan, 38% of tokens allocated to the Layer Zero community, 32% to strategic partners, 25% to core contributors. Additionally, 4% of the total supply is designated for token repurchases. They also clearly came out to basically attack Sybil activity and Sybil farming, right? Things like Layer 2 Marathon and so forth. That is concerning because, for example, that's one thing that I used, and they did give me a small allocation for that. But it makes me think that these protocols are too wise to basically fall for basic things like this. And you're, if anything, just putting your airdrop eligibility at risk, participating in these moving forward, or just wasting your time, and they will not be either rewarded or heavily rewarded. This didn't make us ineligible or anything, ineligible. But what this did do is it wasn't really worthwhile. And thankfully, our other activities shone through as being legitimate, valuable. So my point here is, if you're going to interact with these chains and you're going to airdrop hunt, just be a normal person interacting with things, and act normal, right? It's like if you're obviously just trying to get the most interactions at the smallest volume, right? If you're bridging a cent back and forth, it's not, you're wasting your time and you're not going to be rewarded for it. So hey, an exciting time. Let me know down in the comments if you were eligible or not, and if you were eligible, what did you hit to get that eligibility? If you weren't eligible and thought that you should be, or think that you should be, let me know why, and perhaps we can go ahead and investigate that. If you weren't eligible, please make sure to subscribe, and watch out for our next airdrop guide. We're going to have some very exciting airdrop guides coming soon here to the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Again, I'm Vosk. This is our CAO, our Chief Airdrop Officer, Tails, of course. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one.